In this demonstration, we will show you how Lotus Web Content Management version 7 will use projects to group multiple changes to content as well as design components, which allow multiple users to add their contributions to the overall project. This is the page that we're going to be working with. We have news and we have announcements. We're going to add additional formatting and design elements to the news, as well as a unique news item, and then also an announcement. First, let's go to the applications and start a new project. This would be done by the project manager. They go in, give the project a name, and now everybody who has access to this project then will be able to participate by adding things to this project. You can add things uniquely, create them from new items, or in our case, we're going to start off by adding something to the project that has been created by an author, and it is a new news item announcing Lotusphere 2011. That is easily added to the project. Let's go in now and see how this looks. Let's edit it and see what the author has entered into this piece of content. You see that the category is indicated as a featured item, and the rich text editor has the body of that item. And this information was pretty much taken directly from the Lotusphere 2010 website. Next, let's preview this and see how it's going to look on the news page. We're going to preview it as a web content page because it's a news item, and the portal system knows what page to display news items on. So we see that it's displayed here in the format that we would like it in. So we're going to close this. This one is complete, and we'll move on to some new design components. The designers have been working on this project as well, and now they have some components they would like to add to the project. There's 3 components, an HTML component and 2 menu components. We're going to add those to the project. Once those are added to the project, let's look at each one of them. First of all, let's look at the featured item. This one is a menu component that will filter out all of the content that is marked as a featured item, and then format a single top featured item, the most recent one, as indicated in the design. So let's look at what this looks like. And in this case, we're going to preview it as a local portal page, just to show you the various previewing options. So this is going to the news page, and we see that the featured item is indeed displayed, and the link there will go to the details. So let's look at our next item. Next item is the navigation list, and this is a reformatted version of the latest news. Again, it is a menu component. That menu component then is what is used to get the most recent news items. And so this is also previewed so that we can see the results of that menu. Next, we'll look at the HTML component. The HTML component simply puts these 2 menus together, the featured items first, followed by the menu of the latest news. And we'll ensure that that preview is also as we would expect it. And so we have our featured item as well as the latest news item following it. So this is looking pretty good. The designer has just one more step, and that is to tie the default content for the site to use the new HTML component. The latest news home is the default content for our home site, which is what's displayed in the production system. Let's preview that, and actually we'll edit it first. So existing in there is a little bit of text in the body. We're not going to need that anymore, so we're going to remove it. And then change the display title. And then finally, we are going to select a different component rather than the existing one, because we have the new formatted featured news and the new format for the news list. So now that has been updated, and we're going to save that. And now we can preview it to make sure that everything is tied together correctly and that it looks as we would like it to look. And there it is. So our news items are complete. So we'll close out of here. And the last thing to do is to include a new announcement. And this can be done by the owner of the announcements. If we go back to the home page, we'll see that we have edit rights to the announcements. You can simply edit and put it in read mode. Then we will add this to the project. So there's different ways of adding things to the project, either while you're in read mode or when you're in the project. Now we can make our modifications to this particular announcement. What we'd like to do, we'll correct the name, and then for the body information, go ahead and expand that. And what we'd like to do is, instead of this announcement, we're going to remove that, and we'd like to take and include the YouTube video right from the Lotusphere 2011 site. And you can get the HTML directly from there, and we've captured that HTML, and we're just going to copy that, put the rich text editor in code mode, and insert it. Alright, now we've got the changes that we would like to include in the message of the day. So we'll go ahead and save that. And let's take a look at that as well. So let's preview that. This time let's preview it in the only other view, which is a web content page. And you see that we see the raw detail of the message of the day, including the link to the YouTube video. Alright, all of our changes and all of the content and components are now in the project. Now we need to get them into a published state. We will go ahead and select all of them and approve them. So now they are all published pending except for the first one. That particular one has an additional workflow step, so we will get it to the pending published stage as well. Nothing is available until the project is published, and this project is published manually, so we select the Publish Project button. Then we can close that, and now we get an indication that our project is published. Go back to the home page, and our new page and all of the content with the new design is now present.